As my name suggests, I am obsessed with good skin, and by default, skincare products. But I'm also a serial experimenter. So what that means is that even though I find products I love, I'm still always on the hunt for new ones. And lucky for me, there is no shortage of new things to try. There are always new ingredients and new technologies, all sorts of things that contribute to skin health. I have this little shelf that I keep on my desk here, and not only does it rotate itself, but also the products that sit in it also rotate on a regular basis. But I do get asked a lot, out of all the things I try, what are my favorites? What are the ones that I keep going to again and again? So today I'm going to share with you the products that I repurchase the most.
Yep.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Mary. I am 50 years old and I love experimenting with products, devices, methods, anything that's going to help me look as young as I feel. So if you like what you see, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and you'll give this video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so that you know when new videos are uploaded, which happens every Friday. Okay, I was motivated to do this video today actually by something that I saw over on Instagram. It was a great video that was done by beauty editor Sally Hughes, and she put up a video that talked about the products that she's purchased more than 5 times. Now, I thought this was a brilliant idea because think about it. I mean, she tries out products for her job. Wouldn't that be just the best job ever to get paid to do this? But as a result, she's always trying out new things. So if you have a product that you purchase 5 times, or more, chances are that's a holy grail product, and that's something that's going to stay in your arsenal for years to come. So I thought that was really interesting. So I decided to sit down and start a list of my own. So all of these products that I have spread out in front of me here are all products that I purchased more than 5 times. It's actually just things that I repurchase without even thinking about it. Simple as that. Okay, and there's quite a mix. So I'm going to start off with the cleanser. And if you've been to this channel before, this is not going to be a big surprise. It's my CeraVe. This is called the Hydrating Cleanser, which works for sort of normal to dry skin, and I'm normal skin that's dehydrated. It is a very gentle, kind of a cream, almost a gel cleanser, and I have used this for years. Now, they only started selling it on this side of the pond about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I lived here for 16 years. So it used to be that every time I went home, which was about every, I guess maybe 3 times a year, I would go straight to Walgreens or CVS and pick this puppy up, get a couple of them and bring them home. It is a whopper of a container. It is, 16 fluid ounces, 473 mils. It generally runs about 13 or 14 quid. You cannot go wrong with this. So generally I have 2 on the go, one next to the sink that I use as my second cleanse at night, and I also keep one in the shower. It's great for all skin types and it can be used by anybody. Now, I've probably purchased 40 of these over the years, but a new guy has just come on the block, which is this fella. Sorry, it's backwards, which is this fella. And this is their hydrating cream to foam cleanser. And I just started using this. Ordinarily, I stay a mile away from foam cleansers because I feel like they're stripping my skin, but this doesn't, and it gives me just a slight better clean. So I use this in the morning and I keep this in the shower, whereas I keep this one next to the sink for my double cleanse. This will become another holy grail. I will continue to buy both of these, and if you don't have a CeraVe in your life, you should, because they're cheap as chips and they're really good, and they have a cleanser pretty much for every skin type. Even if you're oily, acne prone, whatever, they have you covered. Okay, so next in line is actually a cloth. And this is what I use as a part of my double cleanse. It is called the Wonder Cloth. Now, unfortunately, they don't sell them on this side of the pond, so I have to buy them from Amazon US, which often I'll buy and just send to the States, and I'll pick it up when I'm there, but I haven't been home in a year and a half, so I do ship these over. I hate to do that, but I don't care. These are fabulous cloths because not only are they super soft and they won't irritate your skin, but when you do that double cleanse and you take all the makeup off and it's just horrifically disgusting, well, when you run this under the tap, it all just disappears and it comes out white again. Like, it's just shocking. I don't know how they do it. Now, of course, I wash it after every use, but there's something about it. If you go in for the second cleanse with this, then it feels like you're starting with a clean cloth, and it's just brilliant. Okay, Wonder Cloths. Okay, next in line is still in that cleansing arena, and it's the Bioderma Micellar Water. Now, I do want to emphasize, I don't use this to clean my face. It's never going to be good enough to clean the face, but it is a whopper at removing eye makeup. So before I do a double cleanse at night, I use my little cotton rounds. I get these at Lidl. They're like a buck for a huge wide thing of them. And I use a little bit of this just to get the mascara off. And it's not something you need to do, but I find that when I start my first cleanse with an oil or a balm, the mess that it makes, I don't like it. I think it's gross. So I tend to do this just on the eyes to get the bulk of the mascara off before I go in. When I first moved here, you couldn't get these. You couldn't get this here at all. And now it's in every chemist in Ireland. But I used to have to buy it off eBay from the UK and ship it over. So I have gone through buckets of these, and I continue to buy it and will continue to buy it for years to come. Okay, next in line. This is called the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing After Shower Mist. It's kind of a strange one. I only use this in the shower. So when I'm getting out of the shower, because I can't moisturize my back. I can get to all my body parts. I just can't get to my back. I mean, I don't think anybody can. So I have this sitting in the shower, and after I've towel dried, before I step out, I literally spray a little bit there, and it kind of covers my whole back so that my back's getting moisturized too. So I buy this again and again. It's not super expensive, but it gets to that sort of hard to reach area. The next one, if you've watched any of my videos, you will have seen this over and over and over again. This is my La Roche-Posay Tolerian Ultra 8 Mist. This is my best friend. I mean, not only have I bought it more than 5 times, I have 3 of these on the go right now in the house. There's one in this room, there's one next to the bed, and there's one downstairs in the living room. And throughout the day, and anybody who knows me knows, I mist all the time. The primary ingredient is glycerin, and I am very much a glycerin girl. Most people are hyaluronic on glycerin, and my dehydrated skin loves it. So I just keep purchasing it over and over and over again. And if I even start to get about down to here, I'm buying a new one. So there's generally, like I said, 3 of these on the go in the house at any given time. Next, another no-brainer for me and things I bang on about is sunscreen. Everybody should be wearing a sunscreen every day. I know you guys know this, but I'm gonna keep banging on about it. And in fact, I just did a new video all about the sunscreens that I use on a daily basis. And there are quite a few that I have in rotation. I will put that video here if you wanna check it out, and also put the details down below. But this is hands down the product that I buy more than any other sunscreen, and I have for years. This is Elta MD. This is their UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46, and I have the tinted version, and it is just the perfect color for me. I'm wearing it now. I wear it most days, and I've been using it for years. And anyway, it's a great one. I'm just going to keep buying it. This one comes from Amazon. I buy it off the Amazon UK, and if I'm in the States, I buy it off the Amazon US. It does run about 30 to 35 for me over here, but it's worth every penny, and I'm going to keep using it. The single best item that I have for my anti-aging arsenal is my Tretinoin. And of course, I've talked about this a lot too. I think everybody should have a retinoid in their arsenal. For me, it is the strongest thing you can get. This is prescription only. It is a 0.1% Tretinoin. And I love Dramatica. This is a subscription prescription service, and you do everything online. They do online consultations. You do have to be monitored by a doctor, but they ship it to your house every month for about £20 a month. I know they have them in the US, they have them in various EU countries as well, and it's specially formulated just for me. So it has my 0.1% Tretinoin, and it's got a 4% niacinamide, which helps for skin health and helps for brightening and that sort of stuff. So this is just fantastic, and I've been using it for a year and a half, I think, and I have no intentions of stopping. Keep them coming. The next is my favorite hand cream. This one is by Aveda. Now, I did do a video on best hand creams for COVID hands because, of course, we're washing our hands all the time, but even before COVID, I had a mild obsession with hand creams, and they tend to be all over the house. But this is the only one that I repeat purchase over and over and over again. Actually, that's not true. My children do. I get this for every Mother's Day and every Christmas. Thank you, girls. And it's hands down, hands down. Anyway, it's my favorite. It's the Aveda Hand Relief, and it's actually quite a big tube of it, which is great. It's 125 mils. By the way, don't take it on a plane. I've made that mistake, not realizing that it was such a big tube. But it's just the softest, most moisturizing thing I've ever used, and I've probably used 15 or 20 of these so far. Again, I'm going to keep purchasing. Okay, and while we're on that sort of lotiony thing, I have to mention what I think is the unsexiest thing I have in in my collection, which is my foot cream. This one is by O'Keeffe's, and I think I've talked about this a few times. It's called Healthy Feet. So I do have a thing about feet. I just like them to look good all the time, so I use lots of lotions and oils and things just to keep them in tip-top shape, and I do regular pedicures now that the world is opened again. And I use this every day when I get out of the shower, and it just makes my feet super, super soft and keeps them flip-flop ready, which is what I tend to wear most days. Okay, Now we're going to segue a little bit into the makeup category, and this is sort of a hybrid. This one is by Trini London, and it was one of my favorite finds of 2020. It is called her BFF cream. She calls it a skin perfector. So it's not a makeup and it's not a skincare. It's kind of a mixture of both. It has lots of good skin-loving ingredients. It does also have an SPF 30, although I don't rely on it unless it's the winter time and I use a ton of it. But it has the greatest smell, and what it does, I call it my skin blurrer. Some days I don't want to wear makeup, so I put this on. It goes on white, it disappears into my skin. It only comes in a few shades. I think I'm in the medium, and it's just forgiving. It just makes me look better without putting any makeup on. So I keep buying it over and over and over again. I did run out of it once, and I you know, that last pump, you can't always tell how much is in it, but I was very sad, and anyway, purchased it right away. And this is always sitting in my little rotating guy. Okay. The next is probably the only one that I've repurchased enough to make it into this video in the makeup category. It is my IT Cosmetics CC Your Skin But Better cream. It does have an SPF 50, lots of skin loving ingredients. Again, I do not rely on this for SPF. I always put a separate SPF on. But I like this because it's quite hydrating, and my dehydrated skin loves it. And it's heavier than a CC cream, and it acts like a makeup, and it just is really good for my skin. So I tend to use it more on the days, like if I'm filming, which actually I'm not wearing it today, and I did regret that as soon as my makeup was done. It just sits beautifully on my skin. It has great longevity, and I love it, and I've been using this for years. So every time I go back to the States, I tend to pick it up, although you can buy it at Boots here, you can buy it just about anywhere. Fabulous product. Keep buying it and keep buying it. Okay, this little bad boy, teeny tiny, my Maybelline Baby Lips. It's in a cherry. I don't even know what color it is. It's the red one. I have gone through more of these than I could possibly tell you. Every time I go to the grocery store, I buy one. That's pretty much how many of these I've gone through. I use them for filming. It's like a lip balm. It just has some color to it, and that's it. It's just moisturizing, and I have dry lips. I don't know. I have a little bit of dry everything, I think, but I always have a lip balm on, and I like it because it has a little bit of color to it, and I have them pretty much in every room, every purse, every jacket. You will not see me leave the house without it, and you will not see one that's not within arm's length. They are everywhere. They cost about $6, and I love them. I had a worry they were going to discontinue them because I couldn't find them in a Superdrug once when I was there, and I couldn't find them in a Boots. They sort of kind of come and go. So I have my little stash, so I'll never run out of them. Okay, I have 2 supplements that I put in here because I think skin health doesn't always come from the outside. It can come, you know, it's what you put inside your body too. And I've been using this one now for about 6 or 7 months. I know it's a big honking one. They have smaller ones too. It is the Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides. And it is a powder, and I put this into my coffee in the mornings, and I do this, it's probably only 5 days a week in fairness because I have proper coffees on the weekends, but it has 20 grams of collagen per serving, and I love this product. It is a product that comes from the US, but luckily I found a chemist here in Dublin that sells them, so I'm able to buy them locally, which is fantastic. 2 scoops of this gives you 20 grams of collagen, and the big surprise is the protein. I've been trying to up my protein intake because it turns out I just wasn't eating enough of it, and this has 18 grams of protein per serving, which is amazing. So it has no taste whatsoever. I put it in a black coffee in the morning. I do 1 scoop for a cup of coffee twice to get the full serving, and I think it's doing good things for my skin. And another product I'm using in the supplement category are my phytoceramides. This is specifically for skin hydration, and I do have to bring these in from the States because I can't find them here, and that's okay. I usually buy a 2-pack off of, I think it's iHerb. They run about $15 a pop. And I found that since I've started using this and the collagen at about the same time, I'm just not getting the dryness that I generally would in the winter time. And then in the summer, as we're getting into the hotter weather, I tend to get all these sort of bumps on the elbows. None of that stuff has happened. It's just my whole body skin has just been in better shape. So I'm definitely attributing it to those supplements, and I will continue to buy. So that is sort of the list that everything that I have in the arsenal that I never consider rebuying. I just repurchase it. If I'm getting low, I buy new ones, or I have them already in place when I'm getting low. I don't even think about them. I repurchase them over and over. But there's one product that I'm going to mention because I keep repurchasing it, but I do think about it, and that is this guy. This is by a brand that I've mentioned quite a few times that I absolutely adore called Pestle and Mortar. It is an Irish brand, and they make beautiful products. All of their products are beautiful. Not the hugest range of products, but they're all exceptionally made. And this is their Erase Balm, and it is their balm that you would use for your first cleanse. Now, the reason that I say I think about it is it's expensive, and I don't think you should spend a lot of money on cleansers. I think there are so many good cleansers on the market, you know, whether you use oils or balms, cream cleansers, gel cleansers, whatever you want to use. There are loads of things you can get at the drugstore that do a spectacular job. But this isn't about needing, this is about wanting. It is just an experience, and I think I did a gift giving video at the end of last year, you know, coming up to Christmas, and this was on that list because it's just so nice. The experience is so nice. I have a little one here because I bought a kit, a combined kit that had the erase balm and it had a second cleanse of their gel cleanser in it too. It's very tiny, but at any rate, just to show you what it looks like. I'm not sure if you can see this. You can almost see the oils in it, and it just melts on your skin. It slows me down. It makes me not go through the cleansing process too quickly because it's so enjoyable. So it's a product that I just love, and I keep repurchasing it. I kind of go, oh, you know, do I want to spend 40 quid on a cleansing balm? Yet it's in this video. So it must mean that the answer is yes. So I tend to wait until there's a sale at my local pharmacy up the road. They oftentimes will do a 20% off if you spend X amount of money. So that's when I tend to go in to buy it. But it's a beautiful product that I keep purchasing again and again because I like it so much, even though it's a little pricey. So that's the roundup. That's everything that I have here that I'm using on a regular basis that I don't even, as I said, I don't even think about it. I just repurchase them. And I'd be really interested to hear, what are your holy grail products? What are the ones that you can't go without? You might notice there's no moisturizer here yet. That's the one thing I just experiment. I haven't found yet the one to repurchase 5 times, but I would love to know what yours are, because I think it says a lot about how a product performs in your own skincare regime when you purchase over and over again, and it might introduce me to something that I haven't tried yet. So please do leave that in the comments below. And again, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for joining today, and I will see you next week. Bye. Is that facing the right way?
Yeah.
Should I just do that again?